actually pulled some tarot cards based on the years as well, just for, you know, this divorce phase or the energy of divorce. And I got 3 cards for 2025 to 2028. I did it right now. So what things are going to build up, collapse, separation, legal process, post-divorce, rebirth, that type of thing. So late this year, mid 2026, the emotional breakdown phase for these two, I got the 8 of Cups in the Tower, the Queen of Swords. 8 of Cups is somebody walking away, a transition, an ending. Like, I feel like Nicki is going to be emotionally walking away before she does anything publicly. That quiet detachment energy. The Tower is something big, something shocking happening. This could be a betrayal, a public scandal, a private argument that shatters the illusion. You're gonna have to face reality. And Queen of Swords for me is like somebody setting their boundaries, cut off communications, an ex, thinking logically. This gives me Nicki's gonna move strategically to protect herself. She's gonna be cold and calculating, no longer romanticizing the relationship. She's no longer gonna be in delusion over this connection. So I feel like this could possibly be the beginning of the end. She's going to see the truth clearly and start protecting him emotionally. Divorce may more than likely be private, but her heart is going to be out of it. Now, from mid 2026 to late 2027, separation and legal fallout. I got the Justice and the 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. Right off the bat, Justice is legalities, legal action. So this card points out divorces, contracts, and karmic balance. 5 of Pentacles is the energy of someone feeling out in the cold. That gave me totally Kenneth's energy. Him feeling left out, broke, or publicly shamed. He may experience some sort of consequences himself, legal or reputational. 9 of Swords is like public words flying. Very immature, something that could be something around statements, interviews, a PR drama. I ain't gonna lie, it probably could get really messy. So this will be the phase where it hits the public. Announcement, legal docs, court energy. And it's not gonna be subtle or nice. And then 2028 and beyond, I just feel like Nicki's gonna rebirth. I got the Star, the Empress, and the Sun. Now the Star does talk about, for me, being in the spotlight, fame, healing, rebirth, and Nicki returning to her true self. She's realigning with her power. It almost feels like he's sucking the blood out of her, sucking the life source out of her. The Empress is divine feminine, being abundant, fertile, her being in control. This could hint at a deeper creative rebirth or maternal expansion. The Empress could represent fertility, a baby, another baby. Okay, she already has a son, and then the Sun came out, so the Sun represents the baby boy for me. This talks about liberation, joy, success, and happiness. She's gonna be happy again, free and unfiltered. So it gives me she's gonna claim her joy, her sexuality, her voice, possibly a new love entering around this time, but I don't think she's gonna rush it. The spiritual layer is karmic closure. This relationship is very karmic, but it's also a test of sovereignty and sacrifice. Spiritually, I feel like Nicki was meant to protect, uplift, and even help him redeem his name, but not at the cost of her truth. And it's getting to the point, it's at the cost of her truth. So with her Saturn and Pluto transits, it's like, I'm not babysitting people you've outgrown. I got one son. I don't have two. It's that type of energy. So just a summary timeline, late this year to mid 2026, Pluto squaring Venus, Saturn squaring the Moon. I got that 8 of Cups and Tower in the Tarot. This is emotional withdrawal, a betrayal, spiritual wake up. Mid 2006 to late 2027, Uranus squaring the Moon, eclipses through the 1st and 7th axis. Justice and the Knight of Swords came out in Tarot. This is a legal separation, public divorce, a PR conflict. 2028 beyond, this is Pluto in Aquarius fully the Aquarius area is all about the truth, and this shows Nicki being in the Star, Empress, and the Sun energy with the tarot. So this talks about rebirth, freedom, new chapter as an artist and as a woman. So if they get a divorce, if this actually happens, it's going to all be because she wants out. So I think she may leave this marriage between late this year to 2027, and 2028 marks her renaissance. So it feels like she's meant to learn the limits of her loyalty, rebuild herself as a solo entity, and step into her Empress era on chain. So it's a lot. It's a lot here. I don't even know what to say really about this, but it clarifies some of the stuff I saw in the tarot. It did. So don't know if I want to end it here or do a separate. We're still at 19 minutes. I'm gonna say her love life after the divorce, I feel like she may do a lot of solitude and healing. Like maybe take some time off from dating and just rest, reflect, therapy, shadow work. And you know, between 2027 2029, it doesn't feel like she's looking to have like a rebound. She's gonna be recentering herself, recalibrating her self-worth and boundaries. Now, I mean, maybe around 2029 2030, new love could appear for her, but you know, she's gonna have to face a real choice, and when it's whoever this person is. I don't think it's going to be superficial. It's going to be more so spiritually aligned, a love that mirrors her evolution, a love that's healthy for her. But she's also going to have to choose between independence and intimacy. Some people, once they've been married and didn't work out, it, you know, could deter them from not wanting to get married again. But this next person could be actually very good for her, emotionally mature, maybe even older, or just more grounded. I do get like a creative, spiritual, abundance, business-minded man based on her chart, just sneaking a look into that. They could even have Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer energy, or like a water sign energy, and this person could possibly, you know, be foreign or connected to healing or artistic work. So that could be someone that can help her with her spiritual evolution. So I think this woman could find real love after she rebuilds herself, but it's not going to be like this dynamic, that ride or die dynamic. That ride or die dynamic is over and done with. No woman should be doing that. Or man. The next will probably be more so calm, safe, and long term, like a grown woman love. She's going to reach that point. Now as for Kenneth Petty, they do got a past life type of vibe. They've been through this before. It does feel like a past life bond where she tried to save him. So maybe in the past life he was a brother, a soldier, or a prisoner in former life, and she was the one that was supposed to protect him. They do have a codependency here, and it's very karmic. This is because it feels like it's bound by guilt, lust, and loyalty. Spiritually, I feel like Nicki came into his life to break him free of toxic obligations. But the karma to this is learning when love becomes self-betrayal. So the karmic release that I feel like is coming would be the final spiritual closure. It feels like Nicki's learned the lesson in this lifetime, or hopefully she does. So once this potential divorce happens, she'll be free and she won't be legally. She's free and she's not going to be legally. But on soul level, she'll be released from a cycle that's repeated, possibly for lifetimes. But the spiritual message is, Nicki, you don't owe him your life. You only owe yourself your freedom. You know, Nicki's soul, you know, chose his relationship to learn the final lesson of detachment without guilt. But you don't owe him nothing. Now, maybe they could fix things with therapy and healing, but based on this chart, it may go down in flames. Now, I do see a rebirth with her career around 2028, 2032. But it feels like a total reinvention. It's almost like she's going to kill off the old Nicki persona, and I get spiritual rebranding. This is not just going to be a new album. It's going to be spiritually a rebrand, and that could be because of that new energy that comes into her life. So she could like maybe retire Pink Print, Barbie branding, or do something different with it, like change her public name or image radically around that time period. I see her working on more passion projects, maybe even producing or visual storytelling. I kept getting that in the other astrology chart, like a lot of visual with her, motherhood themes, maybe even spirituality or activism. She could also launch a film, fashion, or healing based brand. And this could surprise people. People are not going to expect this from her. Now, her global impact is definitely going to be emphasis on her legacy. So the late 2000s to early 2030s, she's going to definitely have a major acclaim. She could receive some sort of global awards or honors, or become a mentor or creative elder to the next generation. But astrologically, the Pluto in Aquarius from 2024 to 2043 supports this for her to become iconic, more rebellious, and ahead of her time again. And then with Neptune and Aries, which we're in this period now, she's going to pioneer new lanes in spirituality, art, and her identity. So, I mean, just for her love life, I see deep healing, a spiritual soulmate, 2029 through 2031. This one's going to be real, no chaos. She's not going to have to save nobody. The karma with Kenneth is that past life bond. She finally breaks the cycle through divorce. And, you know, as far as her career, I see like some sort of reinvention. Like, think Beyonce's Renaissance and then Lauryn Hill's Wisdom. And I love me some Lauryn Hill. Mixed with Nicki, a global respect, a new path. So I feel like her next chapter isn't going to be about proving herself. It's more so about becoming herself, who Nicki Minaj was meant to be. Like the person, the girl who roared will become the woman who whispers and the world will still listen. So